Yamcha has become an absolute meme in the Dragon Ball community, and heck, even just the anime community in general. It has been this way for years, and it will always be this way. Even if they gave Yamcha Ultra Instinct Kaioken and he defeated the Grand Priest, he would still be the biggest Dragon Ball meme, and this would only add to his meme legend. Because of this, Yamcha is pretty hard to take seriously. Every time I saw him in Super, I would just laugh at him, especially when he met Beerus. So since he is hard to take seriously, I'm sure it'd be hard for someone to create a serious story about him in fan manga format. Well, that simply isn't true. Thanks to this fan manga called Dragon Ball Z Elsewhere, created by RMK, covering Yamcha's story during the 7 years between the Cell games and Goku's return to Earth in the Buu Saga. Before we get into that, guys, please do leave a like and subscribe, and also turn on notifications to be notified every time I upload, and check out my second channel, Broku no Hero. I create Black Clover and My Hero Academia content over there. Okay guys, so this story starts during the 7 years after the Cell games. We see Yamcha walking through a desert. He is talking about his past events and past life, and providing a monologue. He proclaims that this is his story. So this fan manga is through Yamcha's perspective alone, as he reflects on his past. Yamcha has been inspired by Gohan after his defeat of Perfect Cell, which causes Yamcha to begin training intensely again, as he felt useless for a while now. He starts with 200 times gravity, and begins working his way up. We see that Yamcha has spent a lot of time training now, in the gravity room, as stubble is now around his face. He's talking about how useless he feels compared to his friends. Yamcha admits that even though he could destroy a planet just by waving his hand, it doesn't mean anything in this world. Not with the friends that he has. The Z Fighters are way too strong for him. So Yamcha takes action and enters the Room of Spirit and Time, as to which Dende and Popo were surprised to see him there, despite there being no chaotic crisis. Yamcha had expected to train 2 years within the Room of Spirit and Time, but he realized that Goku was right. You can overtrain. When you train so hard that it is doing more the harm than good. Yamcha leaves the chamber, but nothing great happens when he leaves. Vegeta and Bulma had worked things out, and Vegeta had decided to be a father to Trunks, but he demanded Yamcha must move out of the Capsule Corporation. Yamcha feels bad for Bulma. This must be hard for her to base her relationship off of a one-night stand, but Yamcha wouldn't know what it'd be like, as he implies that Bulma and Yamcha were still dating when Vegeta and Bulma had the one-night stand that produced Trunks. So Bulma had cheated on Yamcha. This provides a very sad backstory for the main character of this story. He probably loved Bulma, but Bulma cheated on him with a murderous alien. Yamcha explains that his life changed the day he met Bulma and Goku, and now both Goku and Bulma were not in his life anymore. Goku's in the afterlife and Bulma with another man. So it seems that Yamcha will go back onto his former path of a bandit, and he revisits his origins. Yamcha goes back and visits his old fort that he used from his bandit days. He walks in but notices that his place is not empty, and he sees that a woman is standing alone inside of this place. It turns out her name is Bede. She ends up telling Yamcha that she was basically ran out of her town by monsters, and she had been holed up in here since. Yamcha decides he will go check her hometown out and see if he can do anything about it. He flies away and lands in the town, only to have his wallet stolen mere seconds after arriving. Yamcha catches the poor bandit and knocks him out cold. But a soldier with a gun shows up, aiming his rifle at Yamcha, which he puts his hand up in the air, playing along with the soldier. Obviously, Yamcha could end this soldier's life in a second, and Yamcha could take thousands of those bullets without a scratch, but he thought he could learn more information by playing this out. The bandit wakes up as he was captured alongside Yamcha, and was kinda dazed. But he was very mad at Yamcha. Despite having the necessary power and skill, he hadn't broken them out of the clutches of the enemy yet. Yamcha calms him down, and the driver of the bus that is transporting them tells him to get out. He gets out, he sees a house that is familiar to him, and he is struck by someone. This person ends up being Barracks, someone that Yamcha remembers from his past. Barracks also remembers Yamcha. He claims to be the one protecting the village, which he states was supposed to be Yamcha's job. He puts the rifle to Yamcha's neck and demands to know why he was in his village. Yamcha explains that he had found a girl that said her village was taken over by a monster, so he came to check it out. This enraged Barracks, that he would return for a mere woman, but not for the sake of the village. Yamcha begs for a chance of redemption from Barracks. Obviously Yamcha did something in the past. He left his village behind in the dust. As Yamcha pleads, Barracks doesn't listen. He can't trust him, so he hits him with the butt of his rifle, which does nothing to hurt Yamcha. After tanking the attack, Yamcha stands up and breaks his cuff, demanding to see a woman named Yunomi. With everyone seeing the amazing power of Yamcha, they let him see her. At first the woman is confused. Then she realizes who this man is. She recognizes this is Yamcha. Yamcha then apologizes and asks if he can make amends for his past actions, to which Shinomi constantly screams, "How dare you!" She begins crying and hitting Yamcha, but then she falls into his arms, hugging him and crying. Yamcha then hears a gunshot and runs outside and sees an evil-looking man named Kainoshi holding what seems to be a now dead old man. So that was 2 chapters for you guys. That was just the end of chapter 2. Let me know what you think. And I can promise you that Yamcha does become a major badass in the future chapters, but I think 2 chapters per video is decent coverage. That is, if you guys even want further parts of this in the future. But anyways guys, please do let me know what you think. Link in the description if you want to read this really interesting fan manga. Now, I like the story. The art isn't perfect, it isn't the best, but I like it and it's good enough for me. But anyways guys, please do leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, don't forget to turn on notifications if you want to be notified every time I upload a video, and also guys, join my Discord and follow me on Twitter. Hope you guys all have an amazing day. Peace out.